This is an Austin Pendleton story. So I first saw it in a kind of play format a few years ago, where I met Nick for the first time. And I really liked the piece, but I could never see a film in it, so I just sort of left it. But what I did like about it were the characters. I just loved the way they exposed themselves entirely. And also gave a kind of, again, it did the same thing. It gave a human face to sort of some of the darker things. And the real thing is that ultimately they're broken in some way, and they're in danger. So when people are in danger, you know, let's say their souls are in danger, it attracts me to it. So that's why the piece, it stuck with me for many years.
Well, Colin, this is the second time that you've worked with Alkinoos, the first being Tom White. And Nick, this is the third time for you. You had a smaller role in Tom White, and you also were one of the leads in M for J. You all clearly like working together. Is that a significant factor in you all agreeing then to do this film?
Oh, Al tells us to do it, we do it.
Yeah.
It's quite simple. It's going to cost you $1,500. I've got a film for you.
The relationship between these two characters is very intense, and I gather the two of you actually live together in that house to prepare for the role.
We operated on the idea that that the crew would come in and we would shoot for the day, and then we would leave, or shoot into the evening and then leave. So when we left these two guys. And then when we came in the morning, we woke these two guys.
The first night we were there, they decided to have a fucking barbecue for 15 people. I said, I haven't come to Tasmania, I can do this at home. To cook and wash and clean for people, get them to fuck off.
As an actor, you're not meant to judge your character. I've heard that said before. And yet you must be aware that you're playing some very difficult people. I mean, Nick, you especially have now twice played some really difficult to like characters, but you must be aware that you've got to do something to endear these people to the audience nevertheless. I mean, is this something, did you think about this on a sort of rational level, or is it more intuitive?
I don't care if the audience likes them or not.
Yep.
I mean, whatever the character, if I think this character is truthfully written, if I think this human being, I believe that this person exists and they do whatever they do. I mean, Nick, personally, I can say, well, I don't like them or I disagree with what they do, but if I'm acting it, all I'm intent on doing is portraying it as truthfully as I can. So it's up to an audience. Some people in the audience might like the character and some people might not like the character, but that's up to them. So that doesn't...
Lauren, did you and Colin do a lot of work together about what your relationship may have been before the film starts? Because that
we did no work together.
No.
None. We went.
I'm sorry.
We had one weekend of rehearsals,
yeah.
and sort of rehearsals, but no, I wrote a letter as the character, and I don't think he knew that was going to happen, but
No, I got terrible fright.
Yeah, outlined.
I thought, oh shit.
Sally, who's Sally?
I thought it was real for a minute.
Colin, Nick, Alkinoos and Gloria, thank you so much for joining us here tonight.